pastors, they don't do everything. The man still they work around, and they get 3 daughters. But according to her, she said she thank God, said she get better job, and she they use her money, they take care of the house. The man not through the case, and that was the case last week. And she actually spoke. We did an interview, and I played the interview last week, and we are concluding it now. No matter the time. I have Pastor Yomi already in, seated. Pastor Chooks is also Pastor Jude is also seated. We also had Pastor Charity last week, and unfortunately this week she said no. But she just allow them to make men come talk, because now the man where they worry Mrs. Ogu, now the husband, you know. So Pastor Yamin, please.
Good evening, listeners at home. It's good to be here again.
Thank you once more. This is Pastor Jude. I know our expectation will be accomplished.
Amen. Yeah, so we are giving a concluding treatment. You know, we will be doctors now, spiritual doctors. Which injection I won't give Mrs. Oluna, you know, because last week we looked into the whole matter, and Pastor Charity was saying that because women sometimes when they marry from the beginning, if they entice the man, if he behave well, the way come marry now, go relax about a whole lot of things that make men go change, you know. But the question I've been asked, most men always change, even when their wife changes.
Well, one thing I've learned is this: we don't enter into a marriage for the purpose of change.
Okay.
If you're going into marriage because you're expecting your partner to change, you're going to be frustrated. In fact, most times, most men get into a marriage assuming that their wives will never change. She will always remain beautiful. She will always be like this. But you see, the wife will change. Maybe not her nature, but her size will change. The wife goes into the same marriage believing that her husband too will change. He will stop some habits, he will pick up some new ones, but the truth is this: the man will change. He'll always be himself. And that's why we always counsel people to make sure that during the time of courtship, they have checked each other out to be sure that they can adjust to whatever the person is doing. That way, when you are in marriage, it's no longer a problem.
Okay. So now, are you saying they should? Couple should be adjusting to whatever. Let's say maybe whatever make you see that your wife you like or whatever. Maybe you saw something.
Yes.
Are you through that thing now you take marry the woman?
Yes.
You know. So are you saying even if the woman come bring negative character and things like that, are you saying because of what you see you could still stay by?
Now I'm going to borrow from what Dr. Mike Murdoch said.
Yes. What do you talk?
So if you want to have a happy home, focus on your wife's strengths, not on her weakness. Because it was the strength you saw that attracted you to marry her.
Okay.
And he gave an example. He said, a man who marries a woman because she knows how to dress well and she's a good hostess, but knows that she can't cook, shouldn't wake up one morning and then begin to complain that she can't cook. Because you already knew she couldn't cook before you married her. So the best thing you can do, focus on her excellent hostess capacity and find a way to cover her weakness by maybe hiring a maid to do the cooking, rather than complaining after 2 years, 3 years, a useless woman, she can't cook. No, that's useless man. You saw that she couldn't cook before she entered your house. Why are you complaining?
Hey, this matter, Pastor Jude. Do you share the same view with Pastor Yomi?
No, I agree in some areas. The one thing I know is this.
Not all you agree.
No, not all.
Okay, go ahead.
Not all, because when you look at cultural integration, it differs. Sometimes when you marry, you might not have integrated with the cultural balances or the way of life of a person.
Okay.
Because courtship is different from marriage.
Yes.
You know, some people get married, but they don't know they are in marriage.
Okay.
And some people get married mentally. They are not staying in marriage. You see, they use it as a camouflage to their own being. But they are fighting within their own self how to sit up and stay married. You see? Yes. There are a lot of things in marriage. So if I married a woman that cannot even she never washed with her hands.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
And
but you saw something that is waiting for your mission.
See, I saw something.
You see something. Maybe she
it does not mean
it doesn't
mean I should have to hire immediate
okay.
house.
Okay.
I have to make.
So what mean to you? She's supposed to change small. She's supposed
Because
to change.
love can work on you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and I saw her doing these things before I granted her the help of her own comfort, you see. But what I'm saying is about a woman, you see, how marriage is wealth, it's life, it's happiness. This woman's happiness has been challenged, and what I notice is this: all the complaint of this woman is coming from emotional decline.
Yes.
There's emotional separation between the man and the woman.
Okay.
You see?
Because the man has changed negatively.
Yeah,
Olu said the husband don't change negatively.
Yeah, this is what she said. We can see where Adam and Eve changed. Adam blamed God and Eve blamed the serpent. Okay. You see, when blames are thrown, then the strength of responsibility is denied. Okay. You see, I'm not trying to support the man, but what I'm saying is that she has to bear the responsibility instead of throwing blame, because blame simply means insecurity.
So what is she supposed to do now?
Say
there
is emotional failing in this marriage. You see? Now, what I will advise her to do is very easy. You see, there are things that distracted the man that made home a bit far in his heart. It might be in the house or in the home, but it's not really in the home. Something else is calling his attention. Now, she is going to play her part. Her part is very simple. She's going to play the part of pampering and being a darling, not just operating as an antagonist.
So pampering the man, being a darling, before the man will calm down and be himself.
Yeah, because the man's emotional being is not in the home. The emotion of the man is not in the home. There's a truth.
We'll continue this matter.
As much as I may agree with some things, I'm still going to differ. And you see, the truth is this.
Yes.
In actual sense, I'm of the opinion that if a man is wayward, there are usually two reasons.
Alright.
He is either just greedy, or the wife is doing something wrong in the house. And for such cases, what we do is we tell the woman to cover her own side of the story. Which means, for example, you know your man likes to see ladies who are skimpily dressed. Then when you are in the house with him, you two dress like that. Because the truth is this: when he's satisfied with it at home, he will not be enticed outside. But if he comes home to meet you tying wrapper up and down like his grandmother, he's not going to be interested in being with you. You know, so she has to look into that part. But then the other part of him being a wayward fellow too is something that needs to be checked. The man needs to wake up. He needs to take responsibility. Because it's only a matter of time. I like to tell men in particular, put the shoe on your own feet. Why don't you put yourself in your wife's shoes? See how it feels like. Now you're being wayward and you think, yeah, it's my right as a man. How would you feel if your wife was the one jumping from man to man?
Wow!
Try that for size. Imagine it. What if it's your wife that is being wayward? How much of a man would you feel like?
Alright, well listeners, in fact the way this matter they go, as he say, come move, me wanna forgive us. Not be yours, because the moment we enter, she say, things don't they begin to give birth, you know, a lot of angles to be looked at, you know, so automatically, you know, we are following up with next week. Me wanna forgive me, you understand? Final word, and then we'll go rally around and conclude next week. Pastor Jude said this thing depends on how the woman they treat the man. You know, and Pastor Yomi, the way they talk, if to me they understand, say, whatever make you when you see for your wife or when you see for your husband, when make you marry him, he said let that thing keep you for marriage, even if the man they change. So you see there are two angles with the here now. So automatically we need to balance this equation next week. Final word, Pastor Jude.
What I will tell my sister, Mrs. Olu, is very simple. You see, she's a woman of strength. She was able to manage the attacks on her marriage. And the other one couldn't manage it. It affected the husband's emotional satisfaction. So what she will do is this. She will do her best to make the man realize that there's always the best place for him.
So for pamper the man and continue to love the man.
Yeah, there's always the best place for him. When you grant such, then the person can come home.
Woo!
Well, for me, marriage is a union of two people. So it's not just the wife's assignment. The man too needs to wake up. Mr. Olu, wherever you may be, hear the truth. You are not helping yourself. And you are doing yourself greater harm than good. Jumping around, you could end up with all manner of sexually transmitted diseases. You could enter into all manner of devilish traps. And at the end of the day, you create problems for your wife and your children. It's time to take responsibility. Mr. Olu, man up. Grow up. Stop being a baby.
Is a man up?
Before you tell Mrs. Olu to pamper him, the man too must think. He must wake up and realize, hey, I need to go home.
Hey, man up. Maybe stop being boy up. Now, man up. Hey! And now, English, bless you. Alright. So, definitely, we're having the concluding part of this. No, not forgiving the next week. But we will be looking at another angle. You know, how come every time they go talk, say, but man, you know, you for pamper man, you for pamper man, or else man go change. I always the thing say, man, he did like animal, he did like goat. When we say, if you see green grass, you go run, go. No, but human being, when we taking, you know, take decision, human, women, the same thing. We go enter that area and also see why, whether we know if we get self-control small too, and also enjoy ourselves. God bless you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Nigerian level, now so we do them every 6 to 8 p.m. every Sunday evening. Now so we just the yarn the matter where they for granted. Of course, one thing we're supposed to do, go to YouTube and just log on for loadedmama.tv, loadedmama.tv. Go to Facebook and you will just find us there live. Contribute and like us very well for Niger Level Show or Loaded Mama at Niger. Now so what they do. You want to write to me, just go to loadedmama20@gmail.com. loadedmama20@gmail.com. If you know if you write, if you call 0277846260 and I'll go be there live. God bless you, Yamin Shrababre, Meko, Mejola. Bye bye.